every woman listening to these words has asked herself this question: what is wrong with this man? And why will he not take the hint? Well, I'm Kieran, I'm a relationship coach, and I'm about to explain to you what is wrong with this man and why he won't take the hint. Let's go. What women don't realize about men is that men don't take hints because men do not understand hints. Hints are not the male language. Evolutionary psychologists and people with two sets of eyeballs can see that women pick up on hints way better than men. The female brain seems to be geared towards subtle forms of communication. However, the male brain isn't like that at all. You know how the male brain works? The male brain works exactly the way you communicate with people at work. Well, what do you mean, Kieran? Here's what I mean. You're at work and you're speaking to a colleague, and your colleague needs to have a report finished for 2 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. What do? Do you drop a hint? How do you feel about reports? Nah. What you do is you say, look, I need the Johnson report ready by 2 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. And the reason why you do that is because you know that they will not know to do it if you don't clearly tell them to do it. That's exactly how the male brain works. I had an ex. What she would always do when she was hungry was she would never say to me, Kieran, I'm hungry. She would always go, are you hungry? Now, here's the thing. I've been at this for a while, and because I've been at this for a while, I know the way that women work. So I know that when she's saying that, she's really telling me she's hungry. So I go, oh, you actually want food, don't you? And she'll be like, yeah, I just do. However, she said that to most men. What most men are going to do is go, nah, I'm not hungry. So she might be in a car driving along with a man and she's got her feet up on the dashboard and she's just chilling. She gets a little rumble in her tummy. She then goes, are you hungry? He goes, nope. Just as they're passing a service station, a McDonald's, a Burger King, a KFC or whatever, and she'll just get angry because from her perspective, he has just completely ignored her. He doesn't care about her and her feelings. It's not that. It's that men do not speak the language of hints. Example, my best friend, former best friend, but that's neither here nor there. He would always say to me, bro, I'm starving. Let's get some food. That's the language that men understand. Do this, do that. Don't do this, don't do that. Clear, direct communication. If you want your experiences with men to be painless, you got to learn to speak the male language. And that means telling a man exactly what you want him to do. Now, look, I get it, right? I get the fact that number one, there's probably a bit of insecurity about saying what you really want. Number two, it's not really in your nature to directly say it. Number three, I guess it's nice to feel like you can have a man intuit your needs. He just knows. He knows you. He knows what you want. And you don't even need to say, I get that. I can imagine how that would be a beautiful dream and fantasy to have, but it is actually a fantasy. The way that you don't know what he's thinking, he doesn't know what you're thinking. The way that you're at work and you don't know if your colleague is going to have that report ready by 2 p.m., your man isn't going to know either. Just tell him what you want. There you go. This ain't fair. This isn't fair. Where's the fairness? Where's the justice? Why do I have to learn the male language and men don't have to learn my language? Men do need to learn your language. I'm not here speaking to you saying,
your job as a woman is to bend to the winds of your man, and his job as a man is to stand tall and not bend to you in any way.
No, like when I am coaching men, I tell men all the time that they need to be attuned to women's subtle moods and subtle signals, etc. I say that all the time, but I ain't speaking to men. I'm speaking to you. And this is why men don't get hints, because hints are not the male language. Now, there's another way in which women will say, just feeling myself. All right. There's another way that women will say men don't take hints, which is kind of in like a romantic sense. A man is messaging a woman and like, let's say he's into her, but she's not into him and she's dropping hints and blah, blah, blah. Why won't he take the hint? Something that you need to be aware of as a woman You beautiful menace. You beautiful, sensual, vivacious, charismatic, seductive, fantastical woman, you. Something you need to be aware of is this. Persistence works really well. Find 10 married couples who've been married for like 10 years or so and say to the women, all right, what did you think about your man when you first met him? Significant percentage. I would even argue that maybe half or slightly more, but significant percentage are going to say, I love my husband dearly. I love him to the core. I think he's an amazing man. He's an amazing father. He's my life partner. However, when I first met him, I didn't think much of him at all. I wasn't very impressed. I was like, eh. And then you'll go, well, what did he do? How did you guys end up in a relationship if you didn't think much of him at all? And she would go, well, he was very persistent. He won me over. He wouldn't give up. Days turned into weeks turned into months. And over time, he just won me over. And now I realize how amazing he is. That is how a significant percentage of men get their women, by winning them over time. And men are aware of this. Men are aware that persistence works. Men know that persistence works more than you, which is why if there's married couples watching this video, the man is like nodding silently like, yeah, that's how I won her over. And the woman's like, oh yeah, that's how he won me over. Does it work 100% of the time? Nah. But because it does work, that then means that you're going to have men attempt to be persistent with you, even in times when it's not going to work, because it's a valid tactic that works. If a man is like trying, you want to get rid of this man, you got to just say, yo, it's never happening. Get the hell out of my face. You know, I say like men respond to like direct communication. You have to directly communicate with this man. Everybody knows about Sean Puffy Combs. Everybody knows about Diddy. His wife, Kim Porter, who it looks like he might have had killed. She was in a relationship with a really powerful record executive. I think the man was a record exec, but like the guy worked in the music industry. And she's in a relationship with him. Puffy comes on the scene. Puffy doesn't have no power, no status, nothing. But Puffy wants Kim. He wants Kim Porter. And he's like, I'm gonna get that woman. And he spent like 2 years winning her over. It's either 2 years or 3. And eventually he did. Now, here's the thing. At some point, Kim Porter was saying, why won't this man take the hint? She was saying that. But eventually he won her over. So what do I want to say to you, really? Well, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. I appreciate it to the nth degree, and I appreciate you. Why? Because you don't have to be here. You don't. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. If you've been watching this and you're going, I like the cut of this man's jib. He's saying some stuff that makes some sense. I want to hear more. I want to know more. Number 1, like and subscribe and comment. Let me know what you think. Do all of that. Number 2, I've got an ebook for you. 12 secrets about attracting men society won't tell you. If you feel like your relationships with the male gender aren't harmonious, they're not free-flowing, if you feel like men are an entity you don't get, men are from Venus, you're from Mars, or men are from Mars, you're from Venus, whatever, you know the book. If that's how you feel, this book is going to illuminate. There are things that men never tell women, either because they consciously don't know or they're kind of scared to bring it up. I ain't afraid to bring it up, and I consciously do know. Ergo, on this channel and also in this book, I'm going to tell you all of that. I'm spilling all the tea. You read this book, it will blow your mind. I guarantee you, you'll read this book, you'll be like, wow, I see men in a totally, completely new light. That is how you're going to feel by the time you've read this book. So get it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Goodbye, good day, see you later. Au revoir and ciao.